The essence of the principle that states an opinion that benefits the participants of a subculture makes the author of such an opinion a role model. It's simple. If what you say brings a benefit to everyone, you become a role model. Or, even better, if your actions are beneficial, then you also become a role model. And if there's no benefit from your actions or your words, then you are just like everybody else. Therefore, there's no desire to pay any special attention to such individuals. In subcultures, people are united around a certain idea. The idea is the axis of rotation of this group of people. In addition to the fact that a certain number of people are united around a certain idea, all those people are striving for something, since the idea itself needs to be achieved somehow. And in fact, the opinions, ideas, and perceptions that float around in a subculture are related to how to achieve the main idea in the best way. In the movie Point Break, in one of the key scenes, there's the following phrase. He screams, "Maybe I'm striving towards something." It's interesting. In a subculture, it is completely natural to strive towards or for something. Agent Johnny Utah has even stated that he is striving for the 8, to complete the 8 extreme tests of Ono Ozaki. The answer that he received was, "This is a legend, a myth." After that, there was a dialogue between the two characters, the essence of which is the exchange of opinions of people within the same subculture. And mind you, it doesn't matter that the Ozaki 8 is a myth, just some invisible bare idea. But the opinions of the people of how to complete the 8 tests and stay alive are born from their practice. And now they try to analyze the practice to make the future tests go smoother. So any subculture goes from practice to theory. And that's why no one will believe you if you have no practice and give blank useless advice. So if you think that you can jump off a cliff in a special way without the proper equipment and walk away without a scratch, well, that's cool and all that you think that, and now instead of throwing terabytes of words around, go ahead and jump and show everybody how it's done. Then, after that, we can talk. What shall we talk about? We will talk about how you did it. And until you jump, there's nothing to talk about with you. In other words, in subcultures, those who have done something, who have achieved some outstanding things, can speak and discuss things. Others, even if they like to open and run their mouth, no one is interested in listening to them. For example, if a biker rode his motorcycle around the world, that type of person is extremely interesting to talk to. One would like to ask him how it was, what kind of problems he faced, what kind of mentality allowed him to achieve such things. Did he have any problems crossing borders or with customs officials, etc.? Just sitting around and discussing which beer is better for a biker to drink will not add credibility. So we can make a conclusion. In a subculture, the movement is from practice to theory. That is, I theorize only after I have done and experienced something, after I lived through it. There's no theory without practice. That is, in a subculture, it will not be possible to simply declare, "Well, I just think so." No one cares what you think. What matters is what you have done. And this principle distinguishes the subculture from other categories. Undoubtedly, there are people that behave differently wherever they are. Described earlier are basic general principles. Understandably, even within a subculture, there could be a circus performer who starts chanting that he is the Messiah or a guest from outer space and he needs to be honored by everybody. So everybody hurry up and start kissing his hands. But when this happens, he will either be ignored or someone will punch him in the forehead. Sign number 3. One of the clearest and most pronounced signs by which you can always distinguish a subculture is the lack of selection. No one is recruited or selected into subcultures. No message boards or beauty contests. How are things in subcultures? Well, there's no selection. The person himself, exclusively himself, without any outsiders, determines which subculture and how many of them he wants to be a part of. The person decides for himself who he is, a skater, a rocker, a biker. Additionally, distances, states, borders, and even acquaintances do not matter. Different people can be in the same subculture, metalheads, emos, etc. They can live in New York and also in Kiev. They live very far from each other. They don't even know each other. But at the same time, they do not cease to be united around a certain idea. By the way, many strive to get to know each other because the idea unites everyone. However, the keyword is strive. You can strive, but you don't have to. That is, no one does not board a plane Egypt, France to urgently meet and exchange phone numbers. Moreover, most often meetings take place unplanned in special places that are known to everyone in advance. For example, John is a surfer, a native of Houston. One day, he will go to the surfer's place to ride the Portuguese waves. And there he will meet friends and acquaintances from all over the world, from London to Sydney to Rio de Janeiro. And all these people are surfers. They are united by this subculture.